Good morning, it's Bremster, and I'm going to try and continue to explore Eastshade and see how it goes. So I think I had just painted the um, the beach. So if I look in my inventory, I may still have the beach painting. Yeah, I do. This is very different to what I had been told to expect because yeah, I'd been told it would be running around and putting together your own pigments and styles, and that is definitely not what it is. And don't get me wrong, I'm not hating it. The sheriff is standing there 24/7. That's going to be one tired bear. Is he still by the foreshore? No, he does move around. So maybe he is in his house. They're both in their house. So time of day matters. I have read this. So maybe I do a little exploring until some time passes and they get up. Interesting, I could hear the fire. I'm obviously too early a riser. It's sort of starting to teach you to not bother coming off the path already. Because, well, you can find things like these mushrooms and everything, and I've got to remember not to pick the thistles. So those thistles there. You can pick the mushrooms, but don't pick the thistles. Gathering eggs is a worry. The fact that it also doesn't give you any feedback as to what you loot. Like, I'm assuming that was scragweed. But it's not actually telling me. It's not the sheriff again, it's someone else.
I'm pretty busy if you couldn't tell. I've got all these trails to maintain, tourists to wrangle, animals to nurture, plants to relocate. I'll be lucky if I ever get to take another break in my whole life. Yeah, it is. At least someone understands what goes into making a national park. I'm just really stressed today. Oh,
I
and
feel
I've
it,
also
bro.
got to go rescue a stupid water fox. As if I didn't already have enough work to do.
They're aquatic rodents, essentially. Like to live in watery caves. People think they're adorable, but in my opinion, they're just wretched. My responsibility here is maintaining the trails. That's why I was hired. These water foxes are a huge thorn in my paw, and they distract me from my real tasks. My partner was the one who took care of the water foxes. Now he's gone, and I have no idea to handle these animals. I've been trying to trap one all day. Tried every type of bait under the moon. One of them mangled his foot, and I was trying to administer some salve before it gets infected. I've already wasted so much time trying to catch him. I really can't spend another day on this. I think it's officially a lost cause.
Yeah, he'll probably die. And his kits won't last long without him either. I guess it's sad, but the trails need maintenance.
I'm not really supposed to let visitors get so close to the wildlife, but I guess it doesn't matter at this point. The water foxes are living in a cave, not more than 100 paces from me. City folk. It's like they've never seen a trail before, always trampling through the foliage like animals.
Like I do. Okay, so... I do have a wounded water fox. Come up to the house. Pretty. Okay, so what... oh, hang on, I did read something about foxes. But I don't think it was water foxes. It was back in the last stream in Old Nava. I read something. Was it a water fox? I mean, this is supposed to be a relaxing game. I could go do that. If you had a long time between sessions, the fact that you have to remember everything, because the journal or the inventory is supposed to have books, but the books aren't remembered, which... See, there's no books in my inventory, even though I visited lots of books. Which is... a bit weird, I do have to admit. It's like, why have a books section? Hey Chip, hey EB. Yeah, I'm definitely fascinated by it. It was sold to me as a questing exploration game with no violence, and it's like, cool. Like, it's not run around and shoot things or anything like that.
What a lovely sandy beach you've painted. Would you be willing to give it away for the opportunity to learn? This is splendid. It will be the prized piece of my sitting room. Now, here's how to make twine. Mind the plants underfoot.
Now, if I go into my backpack and go to crafting, twine is made from roots. Hey Eric, thank you. It's always a nice time of the year. We just go away and spend some time doing little. It's definitely my first time seeing wildlife like this. And they're just going to wander aimlessly, aren't they? Wait. What was the path over there then? I'm trying to familiarise myself with the roads, but... Ah, it was this one. Have I been down there? I don't recall having been down there, but I know I want to come this way. No, that was the way I wanted to go. That was the path to Old Narva. I just went to Old Narva the other way. It's just a little odd. And they said that there was stuff that you could find here, but I didn't actually find that much exploring. Nada the water fox. She couldn't stomach their eating hacks. They eat eggs. But you get these books. This is one was about the history of the town. But you would think that when you got books, they would appear here, but they don't. There's no way to transcribe or anything. That's... So you have to remember them, which is a little unfortunate. Maybe I should have taken the time to Google whether that's normal or not, because that actually feels a bit weird. Like, why have a book section of your inventory if reading books doesn't put them into your inventory? And this is the thing, I wanted to play something that was just nice and relaxing and not stressful, and then they add UI elements that stress you out.
Hello, good friends. Where's your raft? I'm not supposed to take my raft over there, but I do sometimes because lots of frogs live there. Only took me to it once. I found a crab there and brought it home. It ran away though.
And the only reason that feels weird is if there was no book section, I mean, I don't know.
You managed to trap him. I heard the shrieks all the way above ground. I need to administer the salve. Well, I guess I should thank you. I was ready to give up on this damned water fox. Listen, it's pretty clear that you're a nature lover. I don't know how you managed to catch that animal, but I do appreciate it. Let me show you how to make a snug tent. Should be useful for someone like you, roaming the country and all. It will give you a place to relax if you need to kill time, and shelter if you find night sneaking up on you.
Fabric, stick, and twine. So if I make 3 more twine... Oh. Okay. Hopefully I can pick it up again after. Because that's a lot of roots.
Hmm?
Now, there was a path back here as well. This is the thing when streaming. Normally at this point is where I would be going, okay, I'm going to go look up the thing about books, but... Maybe I need to stop both channels. So water that's looked shallow has been too deep, and water that looks deep has been fine. Okay, so these were lootable, but you... Don't loot the thistle, there's been lots about that. course, now I'm completely lost in a game with no map. Oh no, I've just got back to the path. Little house off the path. Nope, just on a different path. Fire pit schematic. Building a campfire. A campfire is a handy tool for those wishing to brave the cold nights of Eastshade. Build one to cozy up your build one to cozy up your campsite and brew a nice cup of tea. In this issue of Adventure Lifestyle magazine, will teach you how to light a fire of your own. Simply follow the schematic included here to light a roaring fire, sure to keep your evenings comfortable. Strap your boots, adventurers, but first step is collecting. Fellow adventurer Lizdell shares the tale of his first time building a fire. But I've never go back to sitting in the cold dark again. I ended up smelling like smoke, which wasn't my favourite thing, but you can't have a good camping experience without a toasty fire. Dear Victor, how I have missed you. Only 3 months into my journey, and a large part of my wonders if it was an utter folly. I can't help but think of all of the work you're doing in the shade without my help. Your dedication to the park is what inspired me to set out in search of my dearest passion, but what I found is that the world feels smaller without you by my side. For all the endless islands and new cities, I still find myself wishing to spend an evening by the fire with you, and so I've decided to return early. I had planned to surprise you, but couldn't wait. The world is beautiful, but even still, there is the vision of you is the one I cherish most. With love, Nils. P.S. I look forward to hearing about the birth of the Water Fox kits. They'll be nearly full grown by the time I return. And this is looking like the city. I didn't pick any of the thistle. You said not to pick the thistle and I didn't pick the thistle.
Ah, yes, a newcomer. May I see your reference letters, please? I'm afraid if you're seeking passage into Narva, you'll need 3 reference letters from citizens of Eastshade, signed and sealed. Well, you need to find people who are willing to vouch for your character and writing. Since you're a newcomer, you'll have to make some friends in the country. Will that be all, then? Will that be all, then? Stay safe now.
There are worse ways of gating your game. But considering I've got several quests that require me to travel to Narva to learn how to do things in order to complete the quests, it's like, well, this person might give me a reference if I do their thing, but I can't do their thing without going to Narva, and I can't go to Narva without doing their thing. I'm assuming there's another way around, but it's all a little weird. I've been this way, haven't I? I mean, I came a long way round. Is that the big tree, is the question. It looks like that's the big tree. Like I was told to paint the big tree. And that looks like a very big tree. Like bigger than any of the others by a long stretch. I've pasted one of my mother's most beloved paintings. What do you mean preserve it in the painting menu? What painting menu? There's the painting menu. Oh, okay, I pick it up. I'll go here. Right, like that. So, giant tree I've done. Anywhere on Tiffmore Bluffs, I don't know what that is. The highest peak and the view from the top of the common tower in the big city. Okay. Thing is, even this is stressing me out too much because I can't figure out why there's this book section if reading books doesn't put books into them. And I don't know what the equipment is if things like my easel isn't equipment. Now, there was the thing about the fish, a bit of fish. But in order to make the fishing rod, so she said I'd have to go to Nava. Annika, a woman living just south of Grey, expressed her interest in a bird with a distinct hoot. I vaguely remember that, but... And I've seen lots of owls around. Not here, they were in a different place. I had forgotten about that. So the sound does seem to be directional, and the hoot I heard I thought was over this way. Do you think I'm supposed to paint the bird? Okay, I am quite lost. Now, do you think that's the painting of the highest peak? It looks like it would have to be, wouldn't it? Nope, that is not the painting that it wanted me to make, and it's used the canvas, which doesn't exist anywhere. Oh no, there it is. Well, that was a waste of time and money. Hey, Keith. I would have thought that was the highest peak, but apparently not. Okay.
What? You painted that owl? Can I buy it from you? This is great! Ooh, ooh. Is this too many glowstones? I wouldn't know. I've never bought a painting before. You've got a real ear for birds. Let me know if you ever need anything. Ooh, for a friend like you, of course. Bye now.
This is a very different gaming experience. It's very weird, and I kind of like it. The books thing is stressing me out. I wish I had the answer.
Sure, I can vouch for you. You really got me out of a pinch there with that water fox.
So who else have I significantly helped? How are you, Keith? I think I've had to abandon a puzzle that I've been working on for nearly a month now. I just can't. I've had the break-in tested, and the testers said that the break-in was really good, but I just can't get the mid-puzzle working.
Thanks again for that painting. Damn fish aren't biting today.
Okay, so he won't help me. Maybe the guy I sold the feathers to? I thought the path was up here. Oh, this is where he was. He's just not there now.
Thanks again for the canvas.
What Isan did to you is downright uncivilized, but I'm not a bit surprised. Oh, I very much doubt that. That man is simply a bad apple. Thank the stars Aaliyah was able to leave with Lenny. I think he'll be much happier with his aunt. Safe travels.
Apparently the books tab is for books that you purchase, not books that you read. So how am I going to get a third? So who else can I help? A bit of fish. I could help the lady who needs the fish, but I need to go to Nava for that. The abandoned tower, I don't know what it is. The architect... So I've done almost everything I've found, so I need to find something more. It's also, I believe, getting quite late at night. How do I know what time it is? Ah, it's right in the middle there. 6:22 p.m. Yeah, it's a puzzle I've been working on for ages for a particular purpose, and it's starting to become just meaningless. I've got 4 puzzles I'm working on. One of them is okay. Okay, so I need to do something. So it's build the raft maybe for the kid. But in order to build the raft, I need sealant, and I've learned nothing about sealant. Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I want to try and solve some of the birthday puzzles I've been sent as a bonus thing on camera or what. I'll be honest with you, I'm not feeling well. So I'm still struggling with what to do. This was the mid tower, which I had been to. because there's the mountains over there. It kind of wants you to explore off the path for materials and stuff. But then off the path doesn't get you anywhere. I do like the dynamic movement, or at least the feel of the dynamic movement. Can't talk to the fisher person. Although I thought earlier they said the fish weren't... Oh, that was a different person. So I was wondering whether you could use the ropes as zipper lines to get to locations, but that does not seem to be a thing. So I can't see how you get up there. No, this has just been ongoing for months.
Welcome to the Kestrel's Eyrie, providing a warm bed for travelers and tourists for just 2 glowstones a night. Are you in need of a room tonight? It's a shiny kind of place. You heading there now?
Apparently not.
I heard there's an arts supplies store. Seems like something you might like. I heard there's an arts supplies store.
I thought I hit...
Seems like something you might like. You might have met my old friend Nika. She runs the inn over there. We used to get into a lot of trouble together.
Fish of the Fellstream River. Scales of the ultramarine minnow were once ground down to create a deep blue pigment used in paint. These fish consume nearly anything aside from fish and have been found to eat plants and even eggs. The motard trout, or thunder trout, leaps from water at high speeds before crashing back down. It is believed that the fish do this to catch flies, but it has been surmised that they may also be engaging in play. When entire hovers of thunder trout do this at once, it creates a rumble that can be felt from land. Thunder trout prey on ultramarine minnows and prefer to live in river waters. The dry-mouthed sandfish swallows vast quantities of silt, allowing it to rest heavily in the riverbed, preying on thunder trout. The sandfish emits a burst of sand as prey approaches, disorientating the smaller fish and consuming it along with the displaced sand. Once sandfish has gained peculiar niche of being a menace to fisherfolk and boaters. This fish is known to the locals as Old Pops and has been observed wreaking havoc in the Cinquid Lake. So what that's telling me is to do the Old Pops quest, I need to catch a minnow, then a trout, and then the sandfish. Okay. In order to do that, though, I need a fishing pole. And in order to get a fishing pole, she told me I'd have to go to Nava. So what do I do? Like, the whole you don't get given any direction and you have to fully explore is okay. But if you miss something, you're kind of just done. The John Wick movies have inspired a lot of really cool things. Fel and I, when we used to write role-playing games, we wrote a series of games set around hotels and stuff. And Hotel Artemis was our favourite bit of that world by far. Streaming may be giving me less inspiration to paint.
Oh, hello. I'm not really in the mood to talk with anyone. I lost something really important. It was like the key to everything. I just can't believe I lost it. My amulet. I don't know how this happened. I just wanted to look at it, but now it's gone. Sorry. I don't feel like chatting right now.
I mean, I could just look in the water, but this seems like an unprofitable way to do anything. I mean, games have done it in the past, but normally multiplayer games where one person will happen to luck into finding it and then share it on a website. I'm hoping that the answer to this isn't, like, there's not a lot of answers in this which are just Google. The actual Cyberpunk TV show is something I mean to watch, and there's a new update coming to Cyberpunk tomorrow, which adds a whole heap of stuff to the game, but I have just finished a playthrough. And I'm a little nervous about it, because Fel has been wanting to return to it this month, but it looks like they're upping a lot of the difficulty of the stuff that I thought was already just not great. I was like, oh no. So, I'm assuming, yeah, you can't go out into the water. it's hard to tell where the edge of the world is going to be. It was one of the really nice things with World of Warcraft. You could basically tell where the end of the world was going to be. It's like, there's a zone border. It's very clearly a zone border. It doesn't have like a wall or anything, but it is very clear this is where the end of everything is. Whereas this is just put invisible walls in. So yeah, this was the hot spring, isn't it? Yeah. I think the John Wick movies got worse as they went along. Because I can't go out into the water, so if it's over in the island or anything, there's nothing I can do about that. Unless I make a raft, but at no point has it shown me how to make the... So it's possible that I need the raft, but at no point in the game is it even hinted on how to make sealant. I enjoyed 4. I enjoyed 4 quite a lot. But it doesn't feel like... The first movie was... The characters were good, the world building was good, the fight scenes were choreographed, had really good choreography. There was a little bit of ramifications of the stuff that he'd done. By number 4, he was basically a superhero. Some of the falls he took in number 4 were just, you know, insta-kills, and he would just get up and walk away from them. This is... Maybe I haven't been to this tower. No, it was the mid tower I went to. So it's from up there that I need to take the, make a painting. I need to make a painting of the highest peak, but I'm obviously in the wrong place for it. One person hinted that they wanted a painting of the eclipse, which I believe is in progress or something, but I can never tell. And the one time it showed me the eclipse, I had no UI control. Can I cross the river? Yes. There have been rivers I couldn't cross. This was not one of them. And that's back at the Great Tree. I don't remember a waterfall in the Great Tree before. I obviously missed that while moving around it and dodging roots. But it's still not an entrance or anything from what I can see. Oh no, maybe there's something in there, but no, you can... Sometimes the things that it will let you go to and other things that it won't are very weird. No, I'm very confused. I'm wanting to play games to relax, but when you can't tell what the boundaries of the world are and the mechanics aren't explained, that stresses me out. I'm just finding that no one is designing things that are actually designed to be relaxing anymore. Like, I've got no equipment. The only thing I could think of is to make the raft, but at no point.
Hello, good friend. Where's your raft?
Impossible to make.
I think Ona can do that.
What can I do for you? Any friend of Bojan's is a friend of mine. Here.
Okay.
Mind the plants underfoot.
Now I've got to remember how to get back to Nava. You would hope it'd stay on the main path.
Need a lift? All right then.
So there is a fast travel system. Okay.
Do you have your references in order? Yes, it appears everything is in order. Go right ahead then. And welcome to Nava.
It is very pretty. So I'm hearing kids, but I'm not seeing kids.
Oh, Leilani. Well, she works in the spice shop down in the lower market. She's not the best cook, though. But she's wonderful. I mean, she's a great person. So kind, funny, thoughtful. We've been spending a lot of time together lately. Things are really so great between us. I think I want to ask her if she'll be my girlfriend. I want to be somewhere special when I ask her, though. Somewhere magical and perfect. Like sitting on a golden cloud at sunset while butterflies circle around us. But you're probably not interested in this kind of thing. She loves bread. So yesterday I baked her a loaf in the shape of a rose. We ate it together on a bench in the garden. It was so perfect. Oh my God. What if I already missed the perfect moment? I'm just so nervous to ask the question. Would you do me a favor? Can you find out Leilani's favorite place? I know it's kind of silly to dance around like this. I just want it to be special.
It's just so crazy out there, he can be do. That's a reference some people may not get.
You're the best! She works in the spice shop down in the lower market area. Let me know what you find out. Please hurry. I'm so excited!
Oh dear. Oh no. I've done something terrible. I'm not sure if we've met before, but I need help. Oh dear. This morning I sold some zucchinis. I thought they were zucchinis, but now I still have the zucchinis here in my basket. I sold toxic tubers. Oh God. I've no idea who I sold them to. Numb legs, upset stomach, and then hours of vomiting. You stop panicking. This is a disaster. I'm ruined. Once was bad enough, but twice. And now people are going to start being sick. There's so little time. I need to recover those tubers. Can you help me? I've got no one else to turn to. Thank you, thank you. Please, just ask people if they bought any zucchinis today. Tell them what happened and get the tubers back. I sold 4 zucchinis altogether, and I put them in blue bags. Maybe that could help you find them. Oh God, I hope no one has eaten any.
I'm actually kind of finding these quests fun. There should be a game going on between them. Wow. Come hear the tale of the sailor at sea. What is that? Who are you? Haha. I never said it was a good joke.
Get your news here. Get your news here.
They've got their distance for stuff a little bit weird.
What's the password? Then get lost.
Chicken. I have chicken for lunch.
Oh, what is it? I feel like I just ate a huge bite of death. All I had today was a zucchini. I mean, it looked weird, but it tasted really good. Oh, great. Yeah, I bought one. I ate it already. Oh, how long is this gonna last? I'm gonna kill Tam. Oh, this is horrible.
Well, well, well. Your clothes are looking a little scrappy. Bet you're just about to freeze to death come nightfall. If you're ever looking to upgrade your attire, I'm sure I have just the thing.
Good day.
Right, that's how you travel via zip lines. Great. I don't know how any... Like, I've never been explained to me how the tea works.
Just because I'm an owl folk doesn't mean I can't control myself around copious amounts of fresh fish. Okay, sometimes I eat some of the stock, but it's my shop after all.
So does that go into my equipment tab? Yes. Probably a bad way to do it, but hopefully
Stay
it's not.
informed. Get the latest issue of the Shadian Post. Pick it up here. Free copies. Accepting donations. Did you pick up a paper? Would you like to donate a glowstone to the Shadian Post so we can keep the paper free without ads and unmotivated by pop news and tabloid journalism? Thank you for your contribution.
Interested in a book?
So how the heck do you get enough money to do all of this stuff?
Welcome, friend. Would you like a guaranteed long and healthy life?
Not gonna happen.
My elixir will fortify you with the strength and vigor. Imagine a longer life for you and your loved ones. Sourced from hot springs around the island, this water is guaranteed to give you an extra 20 years, at least. Some of my longtime customers are practically living history books. They've been drinking the elixir for years, and not a day have they aged. Of course, just look at all these happy people. They love it, and it works perfectly for them. Each of my customers is a testament to the strength of this powerful elixir. So, what do you say? The water is sourced from the life-giving springs of Eastshade.
Cutie.
Hello. Do you want to buy any spices? Like pepper or whatever this is? I don't really know. I just sold a bunch of it to some guy, though. So, probably. Oh yeah? She's pretty great, isn't she? We met at the bread stand where she works. I really like bread, so I'm over there a lot. Yeah, I guess so. I don't get to go anywhere exciting very often. I have to travel to Lindo every week to get supplies. It's fine over there, but I wish I didn't have to go all the time. It's kind of like a creepy ghost town out there. Yeah, I mean, me and Evelina have been hanging out a lot. She's really great. Like the other day, she made me a special loaf of bread in the shape of a flower. She's just so cool. There's this cool hot spring on the Salt Spring coast. I used to go there when I was a kid. It's all the way at the end of the beach, and no one really knows about it. It's a perfect place for picnics. Yeah, you'd probably like it.
I think I did.
Well, I should probably get back to pretending to know about spices. Yeah, I bought one. I knew it was a toxic tuber. It was pretty obvious. I already used it in a ritual, so you can't buy it back.
I'm wondering where the flute playing is coming from.
Welcome to Yevony's Art Gallery and Supply. And before you ask, no, I'm not Yevony. And if you came to request a commission, unfortunately we can't help with that either. Yevony is totally backed up at the moment, but we do have painting supplies in stock. Yes, but we're full, as I said. Normally folks just need to write down what they want and Yevony will paint it for them. The best painter in Nava, that Yevony. She's been painting her whole life, and doing commissions for at least 40 years. These days, she's spending more and more of her time on personal work. Good for her, I say, but still, we can't keep up with commissions like we used to, and demand is only growing. Oh, are you a painter? We've been looking for someone to help with the workload, but so far no one's been up to Yevony's standards. Do you have a portfolio I can look at? Wow, your work is so detailed. You should show this to Yevony. She lives in the common tower. That's the big round building in the middle. You might just be the painter we need. Anything I can help with? Need some supplies?
Except I don't have money. So let's try and find Yevony. I'm assuming this is the common tower. Or not. I mean, I'm assuming the wax is used to make the... Like, to make a raft, I need sealant. And I'm assuming I make sealant out of wax. I had a dream last night. I had a dream. I can't remember the details now, but when I woke up, everything was different. I don't know how else to say it, but suddenly the sun felt brighter, and the air is so sweet. It's like it's been scented by roses. I looked out my window for what might have been the first time. I never realized how beautiful the city looks from here. I have so many ideas, so many things I want to write about. I wrote 11 pages this morning at the tea house, and they were good pages. I've just read back through them, so I'm off to work now, but I can't wait until this evening. AP. Yep, I'm stealing your stuff though, so how good can it be? You're going to be writing in the dark because I'm stealing all of your stuff. How terrible for you. It's going to strain your eyes and then you'll never be able to write again.
Sorry, you can't go up there right now. We're doing some renovations. Hard to say. Maybe in 10 months, give or take. Could be longer if we hit any delays. If you're here to visit, yeah, you won't be seeing it this trip. Sorry about that. Well, you need a pass. Any official from the university should be able to give you one. Have a good one.
A new face.
Nope, someone
Allow
I've
me to
always had.
introduce myself. I'm Zara, assistant research scientist here at the university. Do you know of Melik? He's the merchant selling the so-called elixir of life down in the market. And? Do you think it can really extend your life? That seems a reasonable guess. I have a favor to ask of you. Do you think you could perhaps go to Melik's shop in the market and buy me one of said elixirs? I'll buy it from you at twice what it's worth. Well, you see, I've earned a bit of a reputation here in Nava as the resident skeptic. I just like to know the science of things. I tried to buy one from him. He told me that with my closed-minded attitude it would never work on me, and refused to sell me one. The obvious tactic of a charlatan, if you ask me.
Charlatan, not charlatan.
Fantastic. You can find me here just about any time. I'm always working. I know it's a spectacular view. Beyond that, though, is there any reason specifically you need to be up there? I see. Well, I'll tell you what. Help me with discovering the truth about Melik's elixir, and I'll get you a pass.
But I need money first.
Trade here, trade there. So many folk are scurrying about.
If you, I don't know if that I saw the movie when I was a kid and I didn't like it, Keith. There were bits of it that were funny.
A trader? I suppose you could say that. A trader of sorts. Just take a look at all those shiny things coming in the markets. Sad day when my legs stopped working quite so well. Haven't made it down to the lower level in some time. Say, I heard from some other folks that you're one of the most helpful people in Eastshade. Do you have time to help an old woman? Excellent, excellent. You and I, young friend. I can tell we're gonna make a fine pair. Been a long time since I had a partner of any sort. Oh, I feel 10 years younger. I'm embarrassed to admit, I left a precious box up north, in the caverns. You know, the Howling Caverns on the Teefmoor Bluffs? I must have left it there. It was years ago, mind you, that I left it behind. Longer, actually. I was still a young girl. Spent time playing all over Eastshade. That box was one of my favorite possessions, passed down from my mother. It has some decoration, you know. Not too much. It's a rather simple wooden box, I think. It's been so long since I've seen it. I don't remember all the details, but there can't be many boxes in that cavern. Not to worry. I have confidence you'll find it, child. Away with you.
Away with him and place him at the bar. She's a crazy cat lady.
Red? Or, yes, just a touch of orange.
Always orange.
Oh, hello there. I must have left the door unlocked again. Can I help you? All right. Let's see what you've got. Well, these look fantastic. So much detail and what accurate depictions. You've got some skill here. I spent years honing my skill, sharing my work with the people of Nava. But these days, I'm no longer interested in realism. I love the life flowing through abstract art. Unfortunately, there's not much interest for that style right now. It is. I'd like to show people that there's more to the world than what we see with our eyes. Anyway, your portfolio is exactly the kind of thing my customers love. How about this? I'm going to shut down my commissions. They've been leaving me uninspired this past year anyway. I'll pass on any new requests to you. Then I can really focus my time on these spots and blobs. Okay, I'll tell Art Dealer the situation. Our customers write down their requests in a ledger back in the gallery. Take a look through and see if there are any requests you'd like to paint.
The question is, how do I get enough inspiration to do that? Hopefully there's enough inspiration in the game for it to work. Because I've already painted one thing that was a bit pointless. I am so tired.
Always good to see a new face.
Still the
Let
same
me
one
know
I've
if I
always
can
had.
help you with anything. I love it here. There's really no part of town I'd be worried to let my two daughters play unsupervised. I moved here right out of college when my longtime resident aunt wrote to me about a job opening in the library. It was quite a great distance for me to move, considering it was a bit of a paltry opening at the time. But 20 years later, as head librarian, I can't say I have any regrets.
So, sounds like you've managed to impress the great Yevony. I thought you might. Your work is excellent and just the style our clients are looking for. We've got a whole bunch of commissions just waiting around. We keep them all in a ledger at the back. Take a look and see if you're up for any of them. When you finish a commission, just bring it back to me. I'll ensure you get paid and that the client gets the artwork. We're glad to have you join the gallery.
Cob houses. Let's start with the chicken. Can I accept all of them? Now I need a place to sleep. I haven't found an inn in town yet.
What can I brew you up?
The chicken went away. It's not going to work, is it? I'm going to burn all my inspiration and the chicken is going to be really annoying.
Come get your latest issue of the Shadian Post here.
Yeah, this is not going to work. And that's deliberate. Yeah, it won't stay in frame. It takes a while for it to pop up. And you notice I'm freezing. Right, I'm going to freeze to death. And it's taken me back to the... hang on, is my journal reset? No, it's just taken me back to the inn. Has it reset? Okay. Okay, it's taken me back to the inn so I can rest. Right. Oh, come on. Now let's try this fast travel system and see if it actually costs money, because if it does, I'm in trouble.
Would you like a ride to Nava? You've already my ox is strong, no?
It's a very weird looking game. People must have had a lot of fun making this.
Welcome back. We've got plenty more patrons interested in your work. Ugh, some people. So tacky.
A lonely tower. So the commissions I'm looking for are a watermill, a portrait of despair, a cob house in the country. I don't even know what a cob house is. I need more wood. So I can't... So I do that so I can buy the canvas, so I can... This is... We'll see if I can find more wood. This is...
What can I brew you up? You have a good day now.
There's just not enough money in this game.
Knowledge is power. Stay informed. Come pick up the latest news here.
Wild crafting has finally arrived. Herbal flowers and tea leaves are coming into bloom, and the Eastshadians, young and old, are eager to fill their baskets with these finest cuttings. Thanks to the shared fields law of all these delicious plants are free for the plucking, while locals well aware and very secretive about best collection areas. Tourists are encouraged to explore the land and collect what they find. The herb black thistle remains endangered species and should not be collected under any circumstances. I have not been collecting the black thistle.
Hi there. I mainly work in furniture, but by the looks of your pack, I doubt you're interested in buying a table or chair. Not to worry, though. I've got just the thing. How'd you like to buy a handcrafted wooden bike? 80 glowstones. Oh, well, if you ever do, I've got plenty in stock. They take me a good while to make, but I'm getting faster at it. Got to keep up with the demand.
There is a dearth of supplies in this game. I mean, I could paint over one of my other canvases, maybe. Not that one. That one, maybe.
Welcome back. We've got plenty more patrons interested in your work. They're so very sad.
Small stony bridge.
Welcome back. We've got plenty more patrons interested in your work.
So I could buy canvases. I've got heaps of fabric. What I don't have is wood. There's some wood. Great. I like the commissions concept. I think that's good.
Hi there. Afraid that's not really something we'd normally do anything about.
I like the concept of going around and using the places that you've found to do commissions. I think that's really cool. There is a game that I played about 20 years ago that I really enjoyed, that apparently is getting a new release next year.
Did you figure anything out? Oh God, did she tell you what she thinks of me? Really? I'm dying. Tell me what she said. Where's her favorite place? Really? Wow. I'd heard about it, but I didn't think it was real. That sounds like the perfect magical place. Okay. I'm going to start making plans.
Do that.
Thank you so much. I'm so nervous. But this is going to be amazing. Wish me luck.
Luck. That's right. I was going to buy an elixir of life. I could do that. Hang on. In here, I've locked that in. Does that mean I could paint over it? I don't know. It's not that clear, is it?
Ah, you've returned. You will certainly live a long time if you keep drinking this magical tincture. Would you like to purchase some? The water is sourced from the life-giving springs
I got
of
that.
Eastshade.
Do you think she's going to rip me off? I wonder if you'll see your commissions up around the city. Was she this way?
A fine day for science. Did you by chance pick me up one of those elixirs from the market? Wonderful. Now I can run some tests. Why don't you come back in about an hour, and I'll fill you in on my findings.
She did pay me. It's an incredibly patient cat. I have 54 glowstones, so not enough, I don't think, to buy the coat.
Good day.
Well, well, well.
No, not enough. So my commissions: a watermill, a cob house in the country, a lonely tower, and a small stony bridge. Okay. What the hell is a cob house? I mean, I would call that a watermill. And that's a good framing of it.
Well, hello there. Such a great day, isn't it?
Not too bad.
Ah, yes. I think pretty soon you'll see this day is as great as they come. Ah, you're an artist? Oh, you must be very skilled. I can barely draw a straight line in the mud.
I'm with you.
If you're feeling especially energetic, we could always use a hand in the fields. We've got a lot of work down on the pea terraces. It can be draining, but I like to read in my free time. A nice book of poetry always boosts my spirits.
Cow.
Well, looky doodah, we've got a fresh face. Haven't seen you in the city before, and I like to think I know just about everyone around here. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Osha. Some people around here call me the one glowstone guy because I'll buy anything for one glowstone. Any item under the sun and moon. Did I mention some people call me one glowstone guy? Well, I've got two nicknames around here. The other thing people call me is 500 glowstone guy. I only ever have one item for sale at a time, and I only sell anything for one price. Guess how much? 500 glowstones. See, I like to buy things and hold on to them. At any given time, there's always one thing that everyone needs and nobody has. And I just make sure I happen to have it. Right now, that thing is sealant. The woodworkers need it for weatherproofing, the engineers need it for pipe making, and the fisherfolk need it for boat building. Apparently, the shipment that was coming ran a reef, which is just the kind of news I like to hear. Oh, were you now? That was your ship, huh? Well, I'm very glad you made it, and I'm very glad the cargo didn't. Would you like to buy some sealant? It'll be 500 glowstones. There's only one thing I want that I can't seem to get, but I'm not sure you can help. I want to get into that fancy club, the Roots. They're such exclusive little buggers. I need the password to get in. No idea who to talk to about that. Get me that password, and I'll give you the sealant.
So the cultist group known as the Roots promotes questionable activity and waste of holy leaves. Their actions contribute to the unsafe safe city and risk invoking the wrath of our beloved goddess. Do your part. Report cultists. What?
I'm in the middle of something at the moment.
He's a busy Sergio.
Welcome back. We've got plenty more patrons interested in your work. Beautiful.
A natural arch. I'm probably going to break soon. It's been a couple of hours exploring. It's a very different style of game.
I do love working here in the university, even though my senior Professor Esma can be a bit eccentric at times. Well, I've run some tests. Unfortunately, my findings are inconclusive. The solution seems to be mixed with so many things I can't get a clear reading of its composition. I've been thinking. Melik claims the life-giving ingredient in his potions is water from the local hot springs. I know it's a big ask, but I'm wondering if you're interested in collecting water samples from each of the 5 hot springs of Eastshade. Then we can really answer this question once and for all. No more tricks, no more overpriced traps. What do you say? Fantastic! Take these empty vials. The collection should be fairly straightforward. Finding the 5 hot springs will be the hard part. They're in all corners of the island, and some are rather tucked away.
There's definitely coolness to this. It's not Cop House, it's Cob House. C-O-B. It wouldn't be the first time that a game, and this is one of the reasons I have trouble And there's no inn here, maybe. Is this an inn?
Welcome to the inn below the tarnished teapot. Correct. That is the name. We once had another name, but everyone just called us that inn below the tarnished teapot. I don't really blame 'em. This place is a bit of a dump. The manager has really let it go.
I've done a lot of puzzle games where the games assume knowledge, particularly US based knowledge. So they'll use phraseology or stuff that is incredibly US based. And if you don't know it, the puzzle is unsolvable and you end up having to Google the answer.
Me. Thanks. I try. I make do. The more occupancy, the more bedding I have to wash. The property value's gone up so much, I'm sitting on a fortune anyway.
No, I didn't.
That would require some doing. Not really much of a doer. You sure? We have rats. If you really want, first door on your left. Oh.
Explorer's Guide to Tiffmore Bluffs. The remote Tiffmore Bluffs are a well-enjoyed destination for Eastshadians. The bluffs were once filled with bustle following the industrious wind power boom. Today the excitement is settled and travellers are now greeted by the gentle turning of windmills. Fields of endless herbs lure wild crafters to the area, and those knowing where to look may even view the remains of ancient ruins in the landscape. Anyone exploring the region should be sure to pack a coat or a supply of mead to protect against the freezing winds swept upon the bluffs at night. For extra enjoyment, be sure to bring tea kettle to take advantage of the many herbs growing on this wonderful land. Hang on, it's noon. Why? Oh, it's... Hopefully I can use the room over and over. I got confused by the eclipse. I think that's deliberate, and I have to admit, I'm not a fan of that mechanic either. Well, I don't know if it's based on corn on the cob or something like that. Okay, that is confusing. Okay, so what the heck was I doing? Potentially saving and taking a break. Now, how much money do I have? 72. Still not quite enough to buy the coat. A natural arch, a small stone bridge, a lonely tower, and a cob house in the country. Okay. There's a lonely tower. A small stone bridge. I imagine the commissions are going to get harder as time goes on. Okay, what the heck is a cob house? Lots of different concepts of what a cob house is. They're made of clay, sand and straw. So they're just a house made of clay, sand and straw. So that could be a cob house. But how would I know? Like, looking at photos, that looks like a cob house. Like, I can see a photo when I Google images cob house. There are houses that look a bit like that. There we go. So the last one is a natural arch. A natural arch. So this is a fishing spot. The question is, how do I use equipment? So what? Oh, there was that book, but you've got to, oh man, you've got to remember everything forever. Because I don't even remember where that book was. Oh, I don't even remember where that book was. So I'd have to explore again from scratch to try and find it. the other thing is, I'm not sure. So that'll be the mushroom. Those are eggs. I don't even know what the other thing is. Pastries. So what does that mean? So does that mean it was the wrong bait and I could stand here for hours? Fish got away. What? I don't understand. Okay, so it doesn't show you how to use the fishing. Okay, so I got an ultramarine minnow. How do I unequip the fishing pole? Okay, it did it automatically. That was very unclear. If I hadn't played a lot of other games with fishing, that would have been incredibly unintuitive. And I honestly don't remember where the fishing book was. Okay, I approve of things coming back. That's good. What I could do with, though, is a lot more wood. I can't loot. Why? You've never shown any concept of inventory limits before. $27 seems to be a weird maximum. Nope, just unlootable. I suppose the question is, can I loot these ones? Yes, so that one was just bugged. need is wood. Not roots or feathers or... Because the art supplier will sell the fabric, which I have heaps of, but won't sell the wood, which I don't. So I suppose the whole point is you just buy your canvases. But if a commission is worth 10 and you buy the canvas for 5, it's not very profitable if the stuff that you need to buy is worth a lot. And it doesn't appear like the wood respawns.
You seem like a nice person. You don't have to prank my brother if it's not your thing. Maybe I'll see you around in Nava?
And I assume now it's getting night again. I'm going to go to the inn. I'm going to... Because this is the inn I'm at. I'm going to rest and then I'm going to save. And then I'm actually going to go have a real nap. A very strange game. I think exploring at night is going to give me more options once I've gone, handed in these commissions and bought myself the coat. I haven't found a natural arch, but I might find other things. Well, thank you everyone. That was very, very strange. Very strange indeed. Yeah, thanks all, and yeah, I will be back. I don't know if I'll play this or if I might try some Bioshock Infinite later. There's a whole new thing going on in Diablo 4, and I'm at 97, level 97.5. I should finish that off, at least get to 100, but I haven't done it yet. I'll see how I feel later. I just need to feel better. So we'll see how all that goes. Thanks everyone for dropping in. Eric, Keith, I think Chip was here before, FB Jefferson was here before. So thank you everyone for dropping in. And as I said, I'm just going to go have a short break and then I might be back later. Bye everyone.